Go ahead.
Derek and Shannon, you're here with Rob and Brian for RHAP. Of course, very sad to see the two of you go out from the challenge. You're both very fun to have on the season. Let me start. Shannon, how much did your injury hold you back in the elimination?
I think the injury held me back a lot just because it was running on sand. So I wasn't on like a blacktop or anything like that. I did numb it a lot. I went to medic. I had medicine. I was rubbing Tiger Balm on it.
Tiger.
So it did. I stop it. I think that it was like my height disadvantage that like really hurt the elimination. Just because the poles were like upwards of 10 feet high and I couldn't reach. So Derek actually had to build like a stepping stone ladder for me to climb up with the tires. That was not stable. I was actually falling off.
Okay, look, I was working with very limited materials, okay? I just really quick on
Yeah.
the Tiger Balm. Shannon was bathing in Tiger Balm the entire day. Literally, anytime I saw her, she was holding a jar of it, and she was like, "Yeah, I really think this should help." And I was like, "Shannon, we're so screwed. We're so
It,
screwed."
it just wasn't gonna help. I was actually hoarding it. I would steal it from the medic and like hide it in my bunker like commissary in prison. Like and no one was touching
For
it.
real.
Shannon, I'd love to know from you. Obviously, the challenge is a very physical game, but there's obviously a big social component. So, if you found yourself in this house single this next time around, how would you change your game plan or strategy, or how you go about this season?
I think if I was on the show and I was single, I would have a lot of different politicking. I feel like some of the girls had that advantage of being single on the show where they were able to kind of flirt with the other guys, sway their perspectives on certain alliances. And I just was not able to do that at all. So if I was single going forward on a different show, I would obviously, flirt around a little bit. I mean, nothing crazy, like, but I think it would have definitely changed, my social game a bit.
Derek,
And it's like, yeah, I'd have all these guys under my thumb for sure if I was single.
Derek, we saw on the show that Alyssa referred to you as her number one more than a few times on the show. Was that feeling mutual from your perspective?
Oh yeah, 100%. Alyssa was like my number one going into the show, and it stayed that way throughout. There was like some that episode. They saved me. I had some pretty ugly cry scenes. Like when I got eliminated, I was looking at Alyssa and I started tearing up, like talking about like our game together. And then also after show even finished, I was doing my post show interview, and I was like looking to the camera doing my confessional, and I started talking about our game together. I started crying again. I was like, dude, I was like, this is just gonna be like 40 minutes of me crying.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah,
put all
yeah.
my ugly cries in there. I was like, what the heck? Where's Derek's edit? Like, where's him crying? Like, I
No.
ugly cried.
I felt bad for Alyssa. Like Alyssa ugly cried. I was like, ooh, oh, this is rough.
And Derek, off that, we saw Alyssa make like her big move, taking out Xavier. We saw you. It seemed like at the last minute you were trying to talk her out of it at the elimination. Like, don't do it, don't do it. Were you upset that she went through with the move? Like, what was your reaction to that big decision?
Oh, I was lit that it worked. I was only upset if it wasn't gonna work because I was like, dude, I sleep next to X. You sleep under X on the same bunk. So like we're gonna have to like relocate to like a different room. I'm gonna need personal security 24/7. So I was just scared of if the move didn't work. But after it did, I was like, hindsight 2020, let's go. This was perfect. This is genius.
Can you both talk a little bit about like what the vibe was at the house? Things looked very tense after last week's elimination. After Sarah and Leo ended up coming back into the house, it seemed like that the lines were drawn in the sand. Can you tell us a little bit about the vibe and which side of that line were you two on?
I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife. When I tell you, like, it was half the challengers on one side of the house, literally, and the other half in a different room. Like, we didn't even see each other. I didn't know where to go because I didn't want Sarah to hate me. I was closer to Tyson, but I didn't want to get on Sarah's bad side. And I was kind of that wild card where you never really knew where I was going to be at. So I just stayed out of it completely. I was like, are you all right? Are you all right? Okay, well, I didn't do it. Derek.
No, like getting back from Sarah's elimination, like the vibe was scary.
I was scared.
We had a literal personal security guard, not from the like, not one of us, like an actual security guard sleeping with us that night to do
Inside.
24/7 watch inside the compound.
Why?
Like it,
What, they were afraid that Sarah was going to hurt somebody?
like I don't want to say any
Ben.
names, but like yeah, we were scared of.
Ben. Ben was pacing back and forth. I thought if I talked to him, he was gonna throw a punch. Like, I love Ben. He is literally the best person ever. I just think tensions were running really high, and they just wanted precaution.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
tensions were high, like jokingly, but also like not jokingly. I was on the side of the house with like Tyson, Kylan, and everyone else. And we were just kind of like joking around in the living room. At one point, I was like, I kind of need to go to the bathroom. And I think Kylan was like, well, we can't go by yourself, right? You need a buddy system. Find
Oh,
your buddy.
yeah.
And then,
A
and then
lord of the
go with it.
latrine, if you will. Yeah.
Literally, I was like, can someone like announce this? So publicly, if I don't come back, we just know on record I went to the bathroom.
Were you too surprised to be tossed in? Because for a while we saw a lot of show loyalty, and here, obviously, for you, Derek, David didn't have that same level of loyalty there. So were you surprised to be tossed in going into that elimination?
Honestly, like not at all. Like Desi, having talked to her now, confirmed kind of like what I thought in the game. She was gonna say my name immediately. Like it was me all day for her, and I had a sense that it was that. So I literally was only talking to David up until like 6 p.m. the day of the elimination, and in the last hour, I was like, oh wait, I need to talk to Desi too. So I was really trying to pitch to David the entire time, and I thought he could have been like, he could have done something wild. Who knows what David is gonna do? And when David kind of like wasn't coming around to it, I was like, it's probably going to be us. And then they actually confirmed it for us and pulled us aside before elimination, saying they're going to throw us in. So it was kind of like written in stone at that point.
At what point did you two realize that the stacking was going to be an issue? And what did you try to do to fix that problem?
Bro, literally, when TJ blew the horn, I was like, oh, I think the stacking got fucked up. Like, as I was going, I was like, oh, I think we're in such a lead that I feel like I can like fix the stack in the end and like we'll be fine. It was so messed up because like we had all the tires off first. Like in hindsight, it's like really is 2020. What my original strategy is like, because Shannon couldn't reach the top of the stacks, I wanted to compensate for the height disadvantage by making me stack upwards, and then she could stack around. So she was building the base while I was stacking up. This way, she would never have to put the tires at the very tallest heights. And it just ended up not working.
It feels like in the beginning of the season, there was a lot more fun vibes in the house. You guys are going out more. I feel like we haven't seen like the going out part. And has that not happened in the last few weeks? So they just stopped letting you guys go out?
It's
like,
happened.
what's been?
We went out after every single challenge. We went out. Every single one, whether
mandatory,
we were limping, we were sore. That's the last place we wanted to be, was the bar. And I don't know why they're not showing it. They only showed the first episode when it was my birthday.
Yeah.
That's
probably because we're all passed out at this club, sitting down, not doing anything. They're like, we have no footage from this.
Last week, I know that Azza and Cinco were talking about a mystery that had been going on in the house. Did either of you, are you aware of this? And do you have any other information that can help people trying to uncover this mystery?
Derek,
if this is the same mystery that I'm thinking of, like I'm not saying any names, but this was a staged incident.
Oh, okay.
Meant to be done as a prank.
Okay.
That ended up getting taken way too far. But honestly, it was a lot of fun. Like I was framing people. I put like birth control next to Justine's bed. I was like, "What, Justine? Why do you have this? Why do you have birth control here? Anyone else see this? Anyone seeing this?"
Oh my God!
Other condoms around the house. So that was honestly, I was shocked they didn't edit that in because I thought it was gonna be hilarious.
Okay. All right, Brian. Anything else?
No, that's it. I hope you guys hope you guys make the jump to the challenge properly. I think you both were great, so I would love to keep seeing you more of you.
You're both so fun. I hope we have the chance to see you on television again at some point in the future. That would be really great. But thank you for making some time to talk with us today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Guys.
Bye.
You too.
Yeah.